It was a great team performance. Our offense put some points on the board. It got them out of their game plan of thinking a little bit more pass first. And whenever they start thinking pass first, we start thinking blitz first. And we were able to make some plays on the ball and do what we do good. Um, Special teams came up with a big play, so.
Troy, you look like a middle linebacker there at times. Sometimes you were lining up. Is that sort of a new development?
I guess.
Is that your call, or is that something by design?
With the injuries that we've had, we've changed our personnel around a little bit.
Troy, that said, you also defended a couple of passes on crossing routes. You got in with your left hand. Talk a little bit about those plays.
When you have underneath coverage, you have a little bit more freedom to make plays and jump routes because you got somebody over you. So I was able to be in a lot of underneath coverage this game.
The offense getting out early and having the game that he had, does that make it a little bit easier at some level for the young players who are going to come in defensively and the changes?
Absolutely. When you put points on the board, you get them out of their game plan fast, or maybe even a little bit. Besides really thinking I'm sticking to the run, they may say, okay, we need to throw some passes. We need to make a big play here and there. And you're able to be a little more aggressive, maybe blitzing a little bit. So, it was a good team victory.
Speaking of the blitz, I asked Mike earlier this week at his press conference about whether it was a question of playing with a little bit more urgency or, for that matter, just executing and tightening down. And he sort of interrupted and said it better be about urgency. We need that right now. Was there that feel this week, and did it play out that way on the field today?
To be honest, I didn't think that our approach was any different than any previous game.
Okay, it's not a question of getting litmus tests in October with your experience and your winning as a team. But on the other hand, to be able to go to 3-2, particularly after last week, what type of significance does it have for you?
Well, we're 3-2 with I'm sure another tough game coming up next week. I'm not sure who we're playing, but we've got a lot to learn from this game. So hopefully we can rebound and continue to get better and focus up for next week.
I heard you say earlier, if they pass first, you blitz first. Once the run game was taken away and, in fact, Tennessee was behind, talk a little bit about what you're able to do with House.
Well, he did make some plays there in the second half. But that's why it's a great team victory. It's if you don't put points up on the offense, we may have a 7-3-3 ball game, 7-3 ball game. They may stick to their run game. They may try to control the ball a little bit more. But when you put points up on offense, and you're 21-3 or 17-3, whatever the score is, they got to think a little bit more pass. And then we were able to sprinkle in some blitzes in there and jump some routes and try to get in the quarterback's head a little bit.
Be the last question. They came down, Tennessee did, look great in that first drive, get inside the 5, things start to stammer, they go backwards, settle for a field goal. I assume that was a win for you, A, and B, to maybe take a little bit of air out of them coming in on the road looking like they were set for a touchdown.
For one, it does take air, but, we gave them everything they got, especially when they drive the ball. And of course, we don't want them to put any points on the board. But we also realize it's important that anytime they're in the red zone is to give up 3 or to get a turnover. So